Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell that sits to the right of the subscribe button. That'll alert you when I post all my latest content. Now let's get into the review. So today we'll be reviewing Iyanla Fix My Life, the Leandria Johnson episode. And this episode is titled Bad Girl of Gospel Part 1. So that lets us know already this is a two-parter. It's gonna be some drama, it's gonna be some shit, so let's get into it. So when the episode first opened up, first off, I only knew Leandria Johnson through like kind of word on the curb, so to speak. I've always heard her name, but I could never place who she was. But apparently she is BET's winner of Sunday's Best. She's a Grammy Award winning artist. Her first single that she actually put out, she won a Grammy for. And she's a minister of Christian faith. So the episode opens up with her friend Phil. Phil is the head of her record label, but he's also her friend, and he writes into Iyanla because he has some concerns regarding Leandria. So basically in this episode, Iyanla asks him, when did you realize she had a drinking problem? And so he says, well, for 2 years I've been silent, and I kind of swept it under the rug. And so she asks, well, why, or what have you. And so he basically was saying how, like, they all grew up in a church. He believes that Leandria's drinking is triggered from her rebellion of her youth, of how they were raised. You know, in the Christian church, you taught how to dress, how to sit, how to walk, how to talk. And they were preachers' kids, like what we call PK kids where I'm from. And preachers' kids, they always have to walk like a fine line, because you beat to the ground with the Bible. And then by the time you do lash out, you like literally a rebel without a cause. And so you just doing something any and everything. So he says that he wants Leandria to get better, even if it means dropping her from the record label, because he understands that with her being sick, with now her alcoholism basically is affecting him and his money. And in this episode, we learn that Iyanla says a lot of powerful things, but to get into how everybody pretty much swept her drinking and stuff under the rug because they had some sort of benefit from it, whether it be monetary, whether it be status, whether it be you name it. Like, nobody wanted to tell her, yo friend, you an alcoholic, because it was lining their pockets whether she was sick or not. So as long as she was drinking and still performing, she was fine. But the moment she started drinking and now it affects y'all, now you want to write in. So that was very telling to me, because I don't feel that it came from a place of him leading with love. I think now that this is just my interpretation of it, which Iyanla helped actually help me come to a realization on a lot of stuff in this episode pertaining to my own family, because so many times as the daughter, as the sister, as the friend, it's hard for us to see what somebody going through, not realizing that sometimes people use other mechanisms to cope with pain, and hers just happened to be alcohol. And once she put that into perspective, it kind of helped me like look at like my situation with my family. Alcoholism runs very deep in my family, to the point I'm literally like, I don't even like having one drink, because my family has shown me that we can't say no. You get what I'm saying? And I never want to become so codependent on like liquor. You know what I'm saying? But then hindsight being 2020, you could say, well, you know, she smoked weed or whatever like that. You addicted to being high. Again, it's another coping mechanism. And I'm not saying that nothing in this life is like not comes with worries, it's stress free. But it just, you really have to pay attention to your family history, because that will tell you a lot about, like, either how you're going to become, or the path you don't want to take. You get what I'm saying? So in there, he said he want her to do better, even if it means her dropping him, but whatever. Iyanla then tells him, when your friend doesn't tell you the truth, it's a betrayal. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, you still have betrayed your friend. And she explains to Phil in a way that she wants him to acknowledge how the fact that he was so, because she was lining his pockets, he was so happy with that he couldn't step outside of being a business mindset, a business mogul, this businessman, this head of her record company, to say, friend, you need help. You need to get some help. And I thought that was very telling, because so many times I think we as people condition and kind of enable people that's around us, because the truth is the toughest pill to swallow. The truth is the toughest. I don't care what nobody say. The truth is the toughest pill to swallow, especially when it comes from people you love. Especially when it comes from people you love. See, I always tell Mario, them bitches outside this house can say and do whatever they want, cause that's them. They can say whatever. They can say and do whatever they want. You call me bald head, you call me stank, you call me all that. But if I come in my house and I get that same treatment, you get what I'm saying? It's now I'm on a totally different level. Even because if that's the truth, if that's how you feel, then you get what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt more, because that's coming from a place of love. So I understand in a sense why he didn't tell her, because so many times, like, again, I'm living proof of, I've actually confronted family members are saying, yo, you're an alcoholic and you need to get help. And I've either been shunned, they don't talk to me no more, they don't want to have anything to do with me no more. It's crazy that this episode is the episode that came about that I'm doing this review on, because today my dad called me, and that's one of the people I had to tell, like, yo, you're an alcoholic. You're becoming so codependent upon this liquid to numb your pain, to numb your hurt, that you lashing out and you not thinking straight, and you fucking up. You fucking up. Sometimes a friend is not literally a friend. A friend could be your daughter. A friend could be your sister. A friend could be your brother. Sometimes a friend always comes in a form of love. If you can't tell friends apart, a friend will always come in a form of love. So back to Iyanla or what have you. Once she tells him that, she just basically was like, Phil, I just want you to own up to not confronting your friend. And when you do it, own up and stand up in it. You get what I'm saying? So then we pan over to Leandria. And we sit, Miss Iyanla sits down with her, and she's like, she starts off with saying, I never saw drinking as a problem. And bitch, that about threw me out the water, because how you don't know? Sis, how you don't know this a problem? But okay. It's almost like she gave me one gut punch after the other, because I was like, ooh, ooh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because then she goes to say she starts drinking at 11 in the morning and can last until about 3:30 when her kids get out of school, just enough to sober up to go get them. To the point her kids, if they go out, her kids say, Mommy, please don't get nothing to drink. That's how sloshed you get. But Leandria justifies that with, but I'm functioning though. I still pick my kids up. I still show up. I still, I'm still there. I'm still present. And Miss Van Van was trying to get her to realize that it doesn't matter if you're coming in an inebriated state. You're not there. So while physically you're there, but mentally, emotionally, you're not there. There's a disconnect. My notes got juicy, y'all. So then we see Miss Van Zandt sets up, like, it's like different circles with different words. One says like mom, one says gospel singer, another says sister, another says friend. Just different circles with the word on them. And then when she goes to flip, because she has her stand on this X, and she's like, this is you confronting it head on. So she flips over the first circle, and it says gospel artist. And on the other side, it says, fuck the church. This is bullshit. And we leave her to settle with that. And then Miss Van Zandt asks her, well, pick another one. And she picks mother. And on the other side of that circle said absent, driving under the influence, guilt. So then we hear Leandria open up and discuss how drinking is a coping mechanism that she has to numb the pain that she feels. Because 2 years ago, her 32-year-old brother died in a car accident, and he's not supposed to be dead, because he's not the one that it's supposed to go. She feel like she the problem, so it should have been her. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, we just see her break, y'all, and it all start the circle, y'all, the circle of life. The circle, it start coming full circle, and we like, damn, 2 years ago you were already spiraling, but you weren't at rock bottom. But after her brother passed away, to know that she was so hurt by her brother passing away, because he was her younger brother, y'all. And oh, it broke my heart, because I got three. I have three. I could not imagine losing any of them. Them are my babies. Even though all of them taller than me, bigger than me, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? So when she said that, I felt that. I was like, yo, because I can only imagine if somebody comments like, something happened to Trevor, or Josiah and Jared was in a, I just, moving on. So Miss Van Zandt just sits her to, like, right now, she like, you let it out, weep. It's okay to weep. Nobody ever taught you how to grieve. Nobody ever taught you how to weep. You've been taught to be strong for so long that you're using this liquor as a substance to coddle you, to hold you, to tell you it's going to be okay instead of just weeping. And man, you talk about a good cry, bitch. I was like, oh, how does that work? Like, Lord. So then Miss Van Zandt picks up, and we start talking about the Instagram videos. And she said something that was like very like, you better say that, because in the Instagram videos, Leandria is seen saying, fuck the church, it's some bullshit. Church is the only place you could go to legally get robbed and not get to call the police. The church, you be going to church looking for the same people in you that's in the pastor and everything like that. And basically how the church betrayed her. And Miss Iyanla was like, you have valid points, but it was just the wrong delivery. You weren't incorrect in how you feel, because you feel how you feel. That's how you're entitled to feel. But right now, in this moment, you're attempting to be a gospel artist, all while being a minister preaching a religion, while feeling anger and angst with said religion, and with God for the loss of your brother, that you numb all of that by drinking. Y'all, I fell out. Hey. Mom. Yes. Mom. Here I come. I fell out. I fell out. Because it was all true. And not one thing she said was a lie. Now, one thing, to the point, Leah, all she could do was, because she was having a breakthrough. She was, y'all. So then, she asked her, well, how do you expect to minister a church, but you can't even minister yourself? How would you minister you? And she said, I can't. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to begin. And she explains that basically your broken relationship with God, you minister it by drinking. Instead of you going to God saying, I don't understand. I need some understanding. I don't get this. You get what I'm saying? So once she said that, it just like everything just came full circle. I was like, wow. Like, We then take a break, and Miss Van Zandt is in the hallway, and she says, what happens when the people we love don't tell us the truth? And she says several things happen. We become angry. We become bitter. You know, we lash out because we can't change something because we were so programmed by what they taught us was right that now we don't even know right from wrong. And it denies us the chance to allow ourselves to change, to grow in that change, to be understanding that change. And this is the part where, like, if I didn't cry before, I definitely was, like, very, very misty-eyed at this part, because she then says, if alcohol determines how you live your day-to-day life and function, you have a drinking problem. If alcohol can determine your day-to-day function and how you deal with life, you have a drinking problem. The first time alcoholics ever accept the fact that they're an alcoholic is when they go to AA. Because the first thing you say is, hello, my name is, insert your name here, and I'm an alcoholic. And when she said that, it did something to me, y'all, because I never, ever want to have to say, hello, I'm Brittany Marie, and I have an alcohol problem. Like, if y'all knew the long line in my family, like, that's why I prayed that my little brother, with him being in the military and have access to all the stuff that he have access to, he don't succumb to the bottle. Because while I want him to enjoy his life and have a good time, I don't want to have to hate him because he's so angry about life, or not even hate him, resent him because he's so angry about life and he's choosing, to me, a cowardly way by drowning his sorrows in liquor. Y'all have no idea. I'm so against drinking, like, to the point I'm not even if we go out have a drink kind of girl. The one time that I can't hold liquor, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like being tipsy. The more, and I think it's because the more the older I get, the more I'm realizing with my own parents that it's a prevalent problem, and that at this point I will be doing a maintenance so that they don't die from alcohol overdose. But I mean, you deal the cards you dealt. You feel what I'm saying? So we then move on to Iyanla's, I'm sorry, not Iyanla, but to Leandria's brother Terrence. He's 31, and he basically says his sister is dealing with drinking, so he can't even acknowledge the fact she got a drinking problem, because he says he used safe words like dealing with it. She's handling it, you know. She's taking care of it. She's getting it together. And he admits his sister has a drinking problem. Hell, he even admitted that he went to AA and he will ask her to stop drinking. He states that he's confronting her about her alcoholism, and sis just not having it. Because growing up they were so shielded. They had high expectations. They're very sheltered. And that's when he reveals, he's like, I went to AA and my sister doesn't know. And Iyanla then tells him, well, you have to communicate that to her, because here she is feeling guilt and feeling ashamed that she was coward enough to run to this as a coping mechanism, not knowing that this is an issue in our bloodline and I need some help. It then pans back to Leandria, who's outside taking a smoke break, and we hear her saying, I can't do this, I can't do it. And she wasn't ready to face the truth. And we hear Miss Van Zandt come out quoting scriptures. Lean not onto your own understanding. Because that was the best word. She was like, but lean onto his word and his rod and his staff. Lean not onto what yourself and what you believe, but lean onto his word. Bump the church, bump the pastors, bump the congregation, bump all of that. Lean on to God, and that is going to correct itself. You got to lean on God. Like, when she said, I was there, Lord, I'm about to catch the Holy Ghost. Lean, bitch. Like, to the point, I was like, you better preach your word. And Iyanla sat in there, she told her, she was like, and if you still decide to leave, if now, after you done got some of the tools that you need, if you still decide to leave, beloved, I ain't gonna judge you. But I see you for who you are. I see you for who you are. Because it's one thing to have a problem and not acknowledge it. Not understanding. It's another thing to now know you have a problem, acknowledge it, low-key accept it, because you know it's coming to realization that you have a problem, and now you want to be a coward and you want to flight. I just think this really opened, I'm telling you, she thought she opened door for alcoholism. She opened the door for even the people who are related to alcoholics as to how you have to not so much as coddle, but sometimes lead with love and just say, beloved, it is okay. It's okay. It's okay. But what's not okay is you continuing to do this to yourself. What's not okay is you getting sicker and sicker. What's not okay is when you sit up here passing out and you don't remember moments at a time. You can't account for your whereabouts. That's what's not okay. What's not okay is your children begging you not to drink when y'all go out because they don't want to see their mama drunk. Like, that's not okay. And when she said that, Leandria just, like, she broke this whole episode. She been breaking, y'all. And so we get to Robert, the booking agent. He's the road manager / booking agent. Leandria, he says he believes Leandria is good to go because she hasn't drank in 31 days. And that's when we learned that's because that bitch was in jail. And that's how she got that ankle monitor. It ain't by choice she ain't drinking 31 days. Legally, she cannot drink. And so he says that he has not voiced, she has not voiced how she feels. But he knows that she still questions why her brother died. They've been friends for 9 years, and he looks at her more like a brother than a booking agent. But he wants to protect her. And then he went on to explain that he started rants and things like that on Instagram, and he actually had to go delete them. And Iyanla was like, as a church, as a ministry, how you think that if that's how she preaching the word of God, you think I want that in my church with somebody preaching that to my congregation? Like, what the hell? You deleted because you needed brand control, because it benefited your pocket. And then she basically told him, she said, I'm gonna grab your hand, beloved, I'm gonna tell you something. I want you to like me, baby. I promise I want you to like me. But I got to tell you, because if I don't tell you, then I ain't doing my job. But her singing gospel has a financial benefit to the people whom don't have a moral benefit to her. And when she said that, it floored me. Because everybody in this situation ain't said shit to that girl, because it was all fine and dandy while she was singing all that stuff. Sorry, y'all. I thought somebody was at the back door. But the moment that it started affecting them and their business, that's when they took concern. And so she had him, she's like, sir, a booking agent would enable. A friend would say, fuck this job, girl. You got a problem. I need to help you. So when she said that, he's like, you're absolutely right. She explains that Leandria is drowning, and instead of helping her, y'all standing around looking at her in the pool. Y'all ain't nothing but toxic silence. And Miss Van Zandt explains to us that people who are alcoholics, not people who are alcoholics, Leandria feels voiceless. She don't have a clear vision. She feel like other people pulling the strings, people not being truthful around her. She's not knowing how to cope with death, how to cope with issues other than the bottle, and she got a toxic circle. So the last thing we come to is Phil, and Phil sits in there with Leandria and Miss Van Zandt, and Leandria turns to him. She said, I know you wouldn't be here if it wasn't about love. If you didn't love me, you wouldn't be here. And I feel two ways about that, because I feel that if he didn't love you, he would. But also, he still has a job to do as the booking. I mean, as, you know, the record label head. So, I don't know. Phil tells her she needs a new team. She needs to clean house. The people around her bringing her down. He gave her 60 days. Iyanla gave her 90 days. And the expectation was to be alcohol free or fired. So I see there's a part 2, because that was the end of the episode. And I'm looking forward to it. But y'all, I wept. I'm not even going to lie to you. I wept. This was a really good episode. I'm excited for part 2, because now I know. I even got some key points for myself about how to go to my family now and express how I feel. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.